Childhood trauma can significantly increase the risk of developing personality disorders, including borderline personality disorder, BPD, due to its profound impact on psychological development and emotional regulation. Here's how childhood trauma can lead to personality disorders. Disrupted attachment. Childhood trauma, such as abuse, neglect, or inconsistent caregiving, can disrupt the formation of secure attachment bonds between children and their caregivers. Secure attachment is essential for developing a sense of safety, trust, and emotional regulation. When attachment bonds are disrupted, children may struggle with emotional dysregulation, fear of abandonment, and difficulties in forming healthy relationships later in life, which are hallmark features of personality disorders like BPD. Impaired emotional regulation. Childhood trauma can impair the development of emotional regulation skills, making it challenging for individuals to manage intense emotions effectively. Without adequate support and coping mechanisms, individuals may resort to maladaptive strategies such as self-harm, substance abuse, or impulsive behaviors to cope with overwhelming emotions. These patterns of emotional dysregulation are common in individuals with BPD and other personality disorders. Distorted self-perception. Traumatic experiences during childhood can shape how individuals perceive themselves and the world around them. Children who experience trauma may develop negative self-beliefs, feelings of worthlessness, or a distorted sense of identity. These negative self-perceptions can contribute to the development of personality disorders characterized by identity disturbance, such as BPD, where individuals struggle to maintain a stable sense of self. Maladaptive coping mechanisms. In the absence of healthy coping mechanisms, individuals who experience childhood trauma may adopt maladaptive coping strategies to cope with distressing emotions or memories. These coping mechanisms, such as avoidance, dissociation, or self-destructive behaviors, can become ingrained patterns of behavior that persist into adulthood and contribute to the development of personality disorders. Altered brain development. Childhood trauma can have long-lasting effects on brain development, particularly in regions involved in emotion regulation, stress response, and social cognition. Chronic exposure to stress during critical periods of brain development can lead to structural and functional changes that predispose individuals to emotional dysregulation, impulsivity, and difficulties in social functioning, characteristic of personality disorders. Interpersonal difficulties. Childhood trauma can impact social and interpersonal functioning, leading to difficulties in forming and maintaining healthy relationships. Individuals who experience trauma may struggle with trust issues, fear of intimacy, and challenges in establishing boundaries, which are common features of personality disorders like BPD. In summary, childhood trauma can increase the risk of developing personality disorders by disrupting attachment bonds, impairing emotional regulation, distorting self-perception, promoting maladaptive coping mechanisms, altering brain development, and contributing to interpersonal difficulties. Early intervention, trauma-informed therapy, and support can help individuals heal from childhood trauma and reduce the risk of developing personality disorders later in life.